Guys, I did a thing. Hi Poops. So this is Suzie. This is Suzie. I am fostering Suzie cat because she's 11 years old and she was in the local shelter where I work, and she got really depressed, didn't you, babe? She got really depressed and sad, and she stopped eating and she wouldn't come out and play, and I'm annoying her now. She didn't want to be with all the other animals, and she'd made a wee friend up there, a wee cat friend. Look at my hair. I mean, why is my hair always so stupid in these videos? For the love of God, it looks like a spaniel's ear. Have I been like this all friggin' day and nobody's thought to tell me? Can't trust anyone. Yeah, so she was really sad and she was lonely and she made a wee friend up there in the cattery, and then the friend got adopted. And she got really depressed, so I caved and brought her home. On short-term foster, that's never going to end, I would imagine. She's gone under the windowsill now because I've annoyed her. And Pepper's here as well. Say hello, Pips. And the Ginge. I'm sorry that I've been so shit at keeping up with my making videos, because I've just been so busy and I'm so tired all the time. Like, my body's still not used to like being back at work. I mean, what the hell even is this? I think I'm getting too old. I'm getting too old for this shit. I mean, I used to work 2 jobs. I used to work a 66-hour week and it was absolutely fine. You know, I used to like go to work at 9 and leave that place at 5:30 and walk down the street and go into my other place of work and work there until 2 in the morning. That was totally fine. I was like, yeah, I can do this. And then I would go out like 3 nights a week as well. And I never have any features anymore. I'm the featureless woman. But yeah, I think my age is kind of I'm starting to realise now that I don't think I'm old or anything, not really, but I'm starting to realise now how an extra 10 years can kind of make things more difficult for you. Do you know what I mean? Some woman I work with, there's a woman I work with, she's really lovely, I really like her, but one of her daughters is learning how to do Botox, and she was like going around to everybody going, hey, so have you ever thought about Botox? And I was like, should I be thinking about Botox? You know, what are you trying to say? I want to keep Pepper in the shot. So I was like, should I be thinking about Botox? And I'm trying to show you my forehead wrinkles. I have really bad forehead wrinkles. They didn't used to be there and now they are. It's probably just aging. I don't know what happened. But I'm really paranoid about them all the time. They're like my biggest pet peeve at the minute, and that's why I keep cutting an ugly fringe in and then being all like, oh wait, hang on, I didn't really see a fringe, I shouldn't have a fringe, and trying to grow my fringe out, which is why I have these stupid plaits at the front of my hair, trying to hide my fringe. But yeah, she was like, oh, my daughter's like learning to do Botox and, you know, I'll get you some Botox and stuff, and I was like, you get it first, and if, you know, your face doesn't explode like that woman. What was that woman that got the fillers in her lips and her lips got really big, and she used to be on like Men Behaving Badly or something? Do you know who I mean? The blonde Leslie or something her name was. And people made fun of her in the newspapers for ages. And I mean, I highly doubt that anything that I do to my face is going to get me in the paper, really. But even so. There's a whole lot of disadvantages to aging and there's a whole lot of advantages to aging. It's really weird because, like, obviously, you know, the disadvantages are things like the permanent exhaustion. Even if I wanted to have kids, I don't understand how anybody could be my age, have a job and have children. It would quite literally destroy me. I would be dead. What are you looking at? Look at his little creepy face. My little Russian man. There's a whole lot of things about getting older that I'm actually kind of okay with, and it's things like, you know, you suddenly get all this weird involuntary confidence in who you are as a person, you know, like you don't feel, you know, when you're younger and you kind of feel like you have to try hard to be noticed or, you know, all those sorts of things, and, you know, I'm not a quiet person, shall we say, but I was like really, really shy when I was young. So when I became a teenager and was like trying to find myself and all these sorts of things, I was like kind of a bit of a show off, I guess. Like I would do stupid stuff to get attention. And there's lots of kids out there who are like that, you know. And then when I got a bit older, I didn't do stupid stuff for attention, but I was like really out there with the way that I dressed, and that kind of hasn't changed much. But now I'm doing it, you know, just for myself, not just to kind of be like, everybody look at me, you know. You just kind of have all this confidence to just allow yourself to be who you are, as long as you're not a twat, you know. But I don't think I'm that much of a twat. And like even things like, you know, dyeing my hair, or the clothes that I buy and things like that, you know, and the fact that I'm confident enough in myself now to not feel like I have to be super dressed up every day, or, you know, just little things like that, that I enjoy the things that I enjoy, and I don't have to worry about whether other people will think I'm cool or not because I enjoy those things. And, you know, years of like low self-esteem and poor image and things like that. I mean, I still don't think that I'm like super gorgeous or anything like that, you know, but at the very least now I'm like, well, I don't really give a shit if other people like me or not, because I'm too tired to care. You know. And then there's the whole downside to aging, and like some of them are really shit. Some of them are really shit. Like the fact that you know, I'm constantly on the verge of possibly wetting myself. Like actually, not with laughter, actually wetting myself. What is that? How did I get that? Like, is it a pelvic floor thing? I've heard about the mythical pelvic floor many times, and I thought you only had to worry about it if you'd had kids. So I was like, oh well, I won't be doing that. So my pelvic floor is going to be grand, whatever the fuck that is. But apparently not. You know, that's just something that happens to them when they get older. You have to learn to cross your legs when you sneeze. So that was fun. Then there's things like, you know, your skin kind of gets weird when it gets older. Like, I feel like it's changed colour. Like, my skin has changed colour a wee bit. Like, it's, you know, like my foundation that I used to use years ago doesn't work on me anymore. You know, there's wrinkles in places that there didn't used to be wrinkles. You've got to rethink the way that you do your eyeliner, because suddenly a straight line doesn't necessarily work on your wrinkly eyelids, and you kind of have to draw a zigzaggy one. Your knees are constantly sore. I don't know what that's about. Oh no, wait, I do know what that's about. Okay, so when I was 17, I snuck into a formal with a friend, and I danced with a guy who wasn't a very good dancer. Basically, his version of dancing was to just put his arms around my waist and bend from side to side, kind of like this. And he tried to twirl me around while I was doing that. And like, bear in mind at this point, I was a lot bigger than I am right now. And my body just didn't bend that way or twirl that way. There wasn't enough delicacy in me for that to happen. There still isn't, but you know, I probably wouldn't have such a bad reaction now. But he twirled me and something happened, and my kneecap went in a different direction to the rest of my leg, and I fell on the floor, and he just left me there. And I basically had to go into the bathroom, and like, I didn't know what to do, and I just kind of hit my knee off the wall until it felt like it was back in the right place. I may have been very drunk at this point. And so my right knee has a wee tendency to wobble, and sort of give way a little bit. But like other joints hurt too that probably aren't anything to do with my debauched youth. There's like, just, you know, this constantly sore back. Just not terrible, just enough to be annoying. So as you can see, I've dyed my hair again. I kind of match my curtains, like look. I don't know what I've done here. Kind of match my curtains. So I'm like turquoise underneath and purple on the top, and then like a dark plum on the very top. Basically what happened was, right, I don't know about you guys, but I don't trust eBay. I don't trust it, okay? I just don't trust it. Amazon has never let me down. I usually order anything that I want off Amazon, but I really wanted some Manic Panic hair dyes. That's not something that you can easily get in Northern Ireland. So I ordered a bunch of them off eBay. And I realised later on that I probably could have got them off Amazon, but somebody was like, oh no, get them off eBay, they're cheaper. And I was like, I don't trust eBay. And they were like, no, it's totally fine, it's totally fine. And I was like, right, okay. So I ordered a few bits and pieces. I ordered like some clothes and just like cheap tops and stuff like that I had my eye on, and they all arrived, and I was like, all right, okay. I'll order my hair dyes then. That was a good wee test. And they never arrived. So I've been like emailing the seller, being all like, where's my stuff? Send me my stuff. What the hell, man? You've took the money. Give me my stuff. And I was really annoyed because I'd had the mint green hair for ages and I really wanted to dye it back to my rainbow again. And the hair dye hadn't arrived and I got all pissed off and I hated my hair last night, so I dyed it. And it was a total fiasco because I put the purple and the turquoise in because I was like, right, well, those are the colours that I have at the minute, so I'll do that this time and then I'll do the rainbow next time. And I'll probably have to light my hair again, but, you know, why even pretend that I'm never going to dye my hair or bleach it again, because I always say that I won't and then I do, so I just will. And then I thought to myself, well, would it be nice if I had like natural coloured hair with just colours at the end? Which probably would be nice if I could grow my hair quickly enough that the natural colour could be like all the way down and then just nice colours at the end, but I can't because, you know, I'm not a witch or anything. And so I put like this coppery blonde colour just in the top where this part is, and then the purple and then the blue. It looked fucking stupid and I was really annoyed, and it was like 10 o'clock last night and I was like, no, I can't do this, I can't go out of the house like this, I'm going to dye it again. And I ended up putting the plum in, which I'm a lot happier with. And I think what I'll do is I'll just keep it. I know, like I say this every time that I dye my hair, I think this is what I'll do, but currently what I think I'll do is keep it like this dark plum at the top and then just bleach the ends different colours. I'm quite liking the plum at the top. It's not too bad, except for this, whatever this bullshit is that's going on here, you know. I can't remember if I told you guys or not, but I got really into Forensic Files a while back. And now Netflix keeps throwing up all these suggestions of things for me to watch that are kind of the same. I'm currently watching this one at the minute called Very Bad Men, about, you know, guys who have done bad stuff and that's why they're bad men. I've been watching this other thing in between on my little like Forensic Files and stuff like that. This is really pissing me off. I've been watching this other thing in it, Netflix called Terra Nova, which was this weird sci-fi show that was on, I don't know, a while back. About people from like 2049 or some 2149 or something like that, who open up a tear in space-time and find their way back to like prehistoric times and set up a colony there. And it's pretty good, it's alright. I think I only had one season or something like that. It's alright. But Stephen Lang's in it, and Stephen Lang is the guy that lots of people are saying should be Cable in the new Deadpool movie. Love the new Deadpool trailer, by the way. But I just don't see it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Stephen Lang. I think he's amazing. I think he's a great actor. I just don't see him as Cable. I don't know. I think maybe he's just like a little bit too old, or maybe just not big enough. I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's just something. It's just not quite right. But I can't think who I would want to do it. And it's really, really pissing me off. I can't think who I would want to play Cable. That's kind of annoying me. So, I don't know. If you guys have got any suggestions, then by all means, let me hear your suggestions so that I can judge them. I'm just making it worse now. I mean, look. I mean, look at my stupid fringe, right? It's awful. What's wrong? What's wrong, baby boy? Pepper is, I think I've probably said this before and I know you're not supposed to, but if I ever have a favourite animal, it's this guy. I mean, he has just been my best friend for so many years now. I love him so much. How do I always do that with my hand? Like, I quite literally love the bones of this cat. No idea. Well, we get together at night and we cuddle and, you know, we hold claws and we sleep with our faces pressed together. I love him so much. I love him more than any human in the world could be loved by me, which is, I guess, a sad state of affairs for any potential future partners, you know. Pepper will always be my one true love. If I have any advice for you guys this week, it's don't forget that the clocks go forward in the UK this Sunday. So you lose an hour in bed, unless you don't work on a Sunday, in which case you can get out of bed whenever you bloody want. Doesn't matter. You going out, Beard?
Yes.
Suck your ass. She's purring. See if it's literally the Beard walks into the room and the new cat starts to purr. She fucking ran away from me. Give you a home.
I give her a home.
Ungrateful.